Hello everyone, today I'll take you on a tour of this 2024 Hyundai Palisade Calligraphy, and I'll show you why it's one of the nicest mid-size SUVs on the market today. The new Hyundai Palisade is a smash hit among customers and everybody seems to love it, and I have to agree, it's a really nice vehicle and I can't wait to show you all around it. Thank you to Hyundai of Kirkland for providing me with this 2024 Hyundai Palisade Calligraphy. They have all the latest Hyundai models, and if you're in the market for a new Hyundai vehicle and are in the Seattle area, I highly recommend you check out Hyundai of Kirkland. Alright, so just like usual, let's go ahead and start off with this infotainment system in the middle here. And as you can see, this is kind of like the home page style of the system. You can see over here, gives you the date, the time, and some information about what the radio is playing and whatnot. You also have your map destination over there kind of subtly in the background. So if I go ahead and swipe over to the next page, you can see here, these are all the apps that Hyundai has given us for this Hyundai Palisade, and you can see there are quite a bit of applications available. You can see, for example, we have the map here, and if I tap the map, that'll take me to my navigation system, and it's a pretty typical normal navigation system. You can see I can just move around. Very responsive, by the way. It's very quick to the touch, and very easy to use. You can see I can tap the search icon, QWERTY keyboard, and everything is available. And very simple, very easy to use, and a very nice navigation map. Also, you can see over here, this is the navigation menu for quickly getting to a destination and whatnot. And also, you have your phone projection, which includes Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. Voice memos, which actually is an interesting feature. If you go that, you can take a recording of what you say and store it for future use, which is a pretty neat feature. Climate controls, not all of them are in the screen. You can see there are climate controls down here, but some more detailed information is in here. Valet mode basically locks out some functions of the vehicle without like the key. Then passenger talk and quiet mode. I'll get to that in a little bit later on. Those are some special features I want to mention. You have your rear climate controls, the radio, some setup information, and as well, we get to more radio stuff, media, and you also have even your owner's manual is within this infotainment system. So overall, a very simple, easy to use infotainment system, gets all the job done, and you can see I can even tap that to edit the icons or even just turn it off if I don't want the display at all. So very easy to use, very simple infotainment system. For example, if I set a destination, this home screen will change accordingly so I can see that destination. So very nice, easy to use infotainment system. Hyundai always has done a great job with their infotainment system software, and this one is no exception. Alright, so the next feature that I want to highlight in the Palisade is the passenger talk feature. And in here, if I tap passenger talk, you can see that'll basically take me to this passenger talk kind of system. And you might not be able to catch up the difference, but actually what's going on is, maybe if I increase the volume, there we go, it's all the way up. So now I think you can really catch it. You can really hear that. You can see that as I'm talking right now, it's actually coming through not just my voice, but it's also coming through the back speakers as well. So let me go ahead and give you a demo. Test. This is test with the passenger talk on, and this is the test without the passenger talk. And you can really clearly see actually the difference. And you can see this, it's real, my voice is coming through the speakers. And it's a very nice feature if you don't want to like scream, but you want people in the back that might have headphones on and whatnot to hear what you're saying. It's a very neat feature, and I like having this feature. It's very useful. Alright, so the next feature I want to highlight in this car is quiet mode. And quiet mode is the feature that allows you to disable the rear speakers temporarily and only play audio in the front speakers. You can see if I tap quiet mode, you can see it's only played in the front seats, and if the volume is very high, it'll basically lower it down. And what happens is this allows you to listen to all your music and whatnot in the front, but not wake up any occupants that might be sleeping, for example, in the back, which is a very nice feature. I really like that on long road trips. Definitely will enjoy using this feature, and I think it's one of the best, a great feature. So another thing I want to mention in this car before I move on is the ambient lighting. And this car has a very nice kind of scattering of ambient lighting throughout. You can see over here, it's a little bit light outside. I'll actually overlay a clip and wait for a few seconds here. And there you go. You can see that clip just kind of shows you the ambient lighting when it's a bit darker outside. And you can see over here, with this a little bit of a lighter environment, you can see it's very nice and beautiful. You can see right now there's this kind of violet color. And to change it, you just go to setup here. You can see setup in the infotainment system. You go to vehicle, then down here you have lights, and then ambient light. And in here you can see you can change everything for the ambient lights. And you can see over here you can change the brightness, the color. So you can see here, this is the brightness right now. It's at full brightness at the moment. Now if I go to color, you can see now I have quite a few options. You can see I have purple, violet, kind of red, and you can see I have all different colors here. My favorite would have to be kind of like the turquoise green. That would be jade green. See over there, changes like so. Very, very nice looking color. Orchid green, also one of my favorite ones. Looks truly, truly beautiful at night especially. And it's very, very nice. I'm gonna go ahead and put it back to the default. And also another option is a custom color. You can see a lot of different color options to choose from. And I'm gonna keep it at the violet color so you can, because that was the default. But again, very, very nice ambient lighting, has a lot of detail and it looks really good. Alright, so below the infotainment system, we have quite a few other interesting things I want to highlight in the Palisade. And one thing I want to highlight particularly right now is the kind of design that it has at the moment. You can see over here, Hyundai's designed the air vents to kind of just be one smooth line that goes across. You can see two middle air vents and the one on the side, and they're very smooth and they just kind of connected together. Very nice look in this car's interior. You can see over here, we also have your hard buttons for other functions of the car, and this includes like the map, the navigation, the radio, etc. You can see if I want to get to the map, for example, I just hit map and there you go. I'm at the map screen and I can easily access all my infotainment system items. Go ahead and go back to the home page. And you can see very, very nice, very easy to use. Your big hazard button in the middle too, and you have volume and tuning knobs, so it makes it quite nice actually. Let me just turn the lights on so you can see a little better. They're very bright, by the way. And below that, you also have your physical climate controls. Well, it looked like there was only stuff in the screen. No, actually there are physical climate controls as well. You can see over here physical controls for all the different functions. You have high, you can see you can change your fan speed here like so. I'm going to put it back in automatic control. Where the air is coming out. You can also change the temperature by just twisting this dial here. You can see I just do that. That'll go ahead and change the temperature, which is nice. Air conditioning, and again the automatic temperature. This is for the rear, by the way. I can tap that and now I'm just controlling the rear climate control. Very nice. Kind of have like this touchscreen infotainment kind of interface alongside the physical buttons, which looks quite nice. For a defroster there, you can also just turn it off. Here you have the shifter. This is an interesting looking shifter. It has like kind of like a button format. Let me go ahead and show you. So if I put my foot on the brake here, you can see I can shift into reverse. I'm in reverse now. Hit D for drive. And there you can see I am back in park. And that's how the shifter works. Just kind of a simple push button shifter. Let's have this auto hold feature so that you don't have to put your foot on the brake at every stoplight. Very, very nice feature to have. Over here you have all your seat controls. This is particularly for ventilated seats. You can see ventilated and heated seats, heated steering wheel, and for the passenger side. I'll get to the drive mode selector in just a little bit. And over here we also have some other functions, including the automatic start stop off feature, a couple of safety features, as well as your cameras. I'll get to the cameras in just a moment. So that's how the center console here looks. Behind that you have a bit of a storage here. You can see a place to put your phone for wireless charging. Also have a USB port. You can see 2 wireless charging over there. 2 cup holders, and if I move this key away, see here I just hit this push icon and now they turn into actual cup holders, so I can put drinks in. To push it back if I just want more storage. It's just a very neat, convenient feature. You can also close this off if I just want it to be covered. Hit push there, that'll open it back up. And over here the center console is of course nice and soft here, feels very nice. Open it up, and in here 2 levels of storage. You have an upper tier and a lower tier with a 12-volt outlet and a USB port. So overall a very nice, practical center console, center storage area. Looks really good and definitely a nice part of this vehicle. Alright, so next up, let's go ahead and talk about the camera system in the Palisade. And as you can see over here, you just have to hit this kind of icon that has a P on it. Hit that, that'll go ahead and show you this in the infotainment system. And you can see over here, we have quite a few views. You can see the exhaust smoke. And you can see over here, you have guidance lines, and you can see as I rotate the wheel, you can see the guidance lines do change. And you also can see the guidance lines on the 360 view on the right, which is pretty cool. Very nice feature, the 360-degree camera. And you can also tap this icon here for various other views. You can see I have a kind of like a back-down kind of trailering view, and a two side angle views, and here's your regular backup camera. And you also, one of my favorite cameras is the helicopter scan camera. You can see over here, and this is one of the best helicopter scan cameras, by the way. You can see I can really just go around the entire vehicle and just pan to my liking. Everything's there, and you can really zoom around, look at every aspect of this car. So again, some very nice camera system features in this vehicle. One of the best comprehensive camera systems in this segment. Alright, so let's go talk about the steering wheel. Very nice looking steering wheel. You can see over here, it just feels, it looks nice. This is Hyundai's new steering wheel here. This one has the Hyundai logo, and it looks nice, feels nice. Very nice, sturdy wheel. Kind of like this 4 twin spoke design, as you can see, and that logo in the middle. Older Palisades came with a slightly different wheel, but in fact the interior is basically the same because Hyundai knocked it out of the park from the beginning. It is one of the nicest interiors. And on the topic of the gauge cluster, I'm going to talk about the drive modes here as well. So here you have a drive mode selector, and you also have you can see over here, a disconnect and a differential lock, which is pretty cool. You can take, if you're taking this off-roading, there's a nice feature. And you can see over here, if I switch this drive mode dial, you see the gauge clusters change. You can see I can go from, this is comfort mode, to eco mode here. You can see the gauge clusters completely change. Here's snow mode. And then you can see very nice system. You can see sport mode kind of reddens everything up, sportens it. And it in fact even bolsters the seat further, so I'm a little bit more gripped in place, which is pretty cool. And over here, this is a smart mode that kind of just figures out what I need to do. Alright, let's go and talk about the gauge cluster in this vehicle. And as I just talked about the drive modes, let's go and move on to the actual gauge cluster itself. So over here, to use the gauge cluster, you have these items here. You can have that. And that'll allow you to adjust your gauge cluster information. You can see over here, you have kind of the tire view, a Palisade like driving down the road. This is some other information. And I can cycle through using this icon. Over here, this is for maps, and then over here is some regular vehicle information. So there's how you would adjust your gauge cluster, which is pretty neat. Also, over here, another interesting feature in this gauge cluster is the turn signal. You might be wondering, this is just a turn signal, what's so big of the deal? Answer is, for example, if I put this down, a camera shows up in the gauge cluster that shows me, yeah, as you can see, it shows me exactly what is in my blind spot, which is a phenomenal feature. Not many other companies have taken this feature. Hyundai has adopted it, and it's a really nice feature. I wish more manufacturers could adopt it. You can see it's the same on the other side as well. There's your blind spot feature. The RPM just kind of gets relegated to the text and the speed as well. And it's a really good feature, one of the best features in the industry, and I've got to say, I wish more manufacturers can adopt it. Alright, so now let's go ahead and talk about the back seat of the Hyundai Palisade. And you can see over here, to get into the back seat, it's very simple. Just go ahead and open the door, get into their car, and you can see over here, let's go ahead and just hop inside. And you close the door properly. There we go. Sounds very nice, by the way. And you can see over here, here is the back seat in the Palisade. It's a bit dark back here. Unfortunately, I can't really brighten anything further than the lights that are already on. Maybe I can turn on if there are lights back here. It doesn't look like it, unfortunately. But yeah, this is the back seat in the Hyundai Palisade. You can see over here, here's a view of the front. Looks quite nice. And you can see over here you have pockets, front pockets for both passengers, of course. You have a USB port over there, and you also have your backseat climate controls. This being the top end calligraphy model, it of course has everything you want. Ventilated and heated back seats. You can see very nice features. having both of them available. You have your screen over there. You can adjust your temperature, automatic climate control. Everything is back here. You also have a household style outlet, which is pretty cool, as well as a 12-volt outlet. And over here, let's go talk about these seats. These are some very nice seats here. You can see you have an armrest, a fully adjustable armrest. You can see, very nice. You just lift it up to exactly where you want it to be, and they're very comfy. You can see very nice plush leather, and they look and feel very, very, very nice. Some nice seats. They also adjust. You can see over here, I have this manual bar to bring it forward and back, and I also have a reclining bar here, and this seat does recline fairly far. You can see right now I'm quite comfortable and reclined, as you can see, and very, very nice back seat. So let's go ahead and reset the back seat to where it was. And over here, let's talk about some other features. Power windows, of course. You have 2 cup holders per back door, which is really nice. And you also have sunshades, so you can put those up for some extra privacy. Of course, it's nice and soft touch up here, as you would expect. You can see leather over there, and also this nice wood grain material. And again, the suede headliner is brought back, and you also have this sunroof that is brought back here as well, of course, with the shade, which is pretty cool. Suede headliner, of course, and your air vents are up here as well. So overall, a very, very nice back seat, very comfortable. And in terms of space, there is, of course, a lot of space. I have acres of space, both front and back, and it is a very, very enjoyable experience back here. What you would expect from a mid-size crossover. Alright, so let's go ahead and get into the third row of this Hyundai Palisade. And you can see over here, I have this button. Sadly, it's really hard to see, unfortunately. Yeah, there's no brightness. But there is actually a button over there. And there's also a button over here that you can press too, right there. If you press that button, everything just clears away immediately, and you have a lot more space to get in. Let's go ahead and close in to the third row. Shut the door. And back here, it's very easy to just bring the seat back. And unfortunately, back here, it's very, very dark, because we ultimately are in the third row of the vehicle. But back here, there is a lot of room. And over here, there's quite a bit of features here. And this car is loaded to the point that you have heated, you should be able to see that. You have heated third row seats. You can see you can tap that button and you have heated third rows on a Hyundai Palisade, which is a very impressive feature, actually. Can't say I've seen heated third row seats on many other vehicles. But again, coming around over here, sadly it's very, very dark, but over there you have, yeah, I think it's going to be impossible to see back here. But yes, over there are 2 cup holders back there, so you can, on either side, so you can stick drinks to your liking. And also these buttons over here allow you to fold. See, that will allow you to fold the seat and recline the seat. So 2 buttons for that purpose. Of course, USB-C port on both sides. A very, very nice third row, actually, and you can sit 3 across. There are 3 seat belts back here. The seats do feel comfortable, just like the front 2 rows, and they feel really, really good. Alright, let's go ahead and talk about the cargo area in this Palisade. So you can see over here, I have this button right there. Hit that button, and that'll go ahead, open up the rear tailgate. And back here, you can see, oh yeah, quite dark, and a lot of space back here. Maybe I can turn on the, let me go ahead and zoom in and turn on the flash here. There you go, now you can see everything. And you can see over here, there is quite a bit of cargo space back here. You can see you have, currently there's some floor mats and whatnot back here. But you can see on the side, you have all the different items for raising, lowering the third, and just dropping the second. So you can see over here, here is how to drop the third row. You can see I have that button, and I just hit it. You don't have to hold it, by the way. And you can see over here, the whole thing will just drop all the way down. Very easy for me if I want to load some extra cargo. And I can do that on the other side too. You can also hit the button to just raise it up, and that'll go ahead automatically raise up the car third row, and also I can drop down the second row seats, so I can also hold it further if I want to bring it back even further. And you can see over there, this is a better look of the third row now that there's some light. See? Very nice third row, a lot of space. And over here for the second row, I just have to hit that button. As you can see, that'll go ahead and drop the second row, and from there I can go to the second row to raise it right back up. So there you go. That's how the cargo area is back here. Pretty simple cargo area, gets the job done. Very spacious. Alright, let's go and talk about the exterior styling of the Hyundai Palisade. Here's the front. You can see over here, as you can see, very, very bold styling in the front. You have your turn signals here, 2 LED turn signals right there. And you also have this LED pipe that's going down. I wonder why the lights turned off. But here we go. And now that that turned on, you can see over here, this is the LED piping that goes all the way from the top over here to the bottom. You can see it goes all the way down there. And you also have your 2 bulbs over here, low beam and high beam, right there, as you can see. Coming around to the side, fortunately it's a little bit blocked off by this other car, but as you can see over here, you have very nice looking wheels. These are calligraphy specific wheels. A lot of spokes, as you can see. They look quite nice, very premium kind of feeling. And on the side here, you also have this LED kind of assembly for the mirror, which looks pretty good. Coming around back, as you can see over here, full LEDs on the back as well. You have kind of this LED element on the actual tailgate itself. Below that, red LED over there, and you also have, again, full LED assembly, amber turn signal on the bottom. And that's how the rear of the Palisade looks. Here's a better view of the back of the car. And for the side, let's go ahead and get around over here. Here's a view of the side. So here's the kind of front 3/4 view coming around to the side. So this is how the side of the vehicle looks. It's a very nice polarizing exterior styling that looks quite nice. This is a facelifted model. Previous models looked a little bit different, but almost the same as this one. So if you're going for a used Palisade, you're going to end up with the same basic styling of this car. So that's how the exterior styling looks with the lighting elements on. Very nice polarizing look. That looks quite good. So here's a look at the window sticker of the Hyundai Palisade Calligraphy. You can see over here coming around the bisque black, light beige seat color. And let's talk about the engine in this vehicle. Also the warranty, a 5-year 60,000 mile warranty and a 10-year powertrain warranty, 100,000 miles, which is very, very impressive. It only costs $54,000, so a very good deal. You're getting a very good deal with this car, with the warranty that you're getting, and for the powertrain warranty, of course. A lot of time Hyundai is giving you to keep this thing insured. So I shouldn't say insured, sorry, under warranty coverage. If anything goes wrong, for just $54,000, you're getting a lot of luxury equipment, and it looks, again, very, very impressive for the money that you're getting. Again, a calligraphy model with all-wheel drive. So that's the sticker price that this Hyundai Palisade is giving. Alright, and here's a look at what's under the hood of this Palisade. You can see over here, here's the powertrain, a 3.8 liter V6 engine that provides 291 horsepower. And you can see over here, here's the engine bay. It looks really nice here. Again, obviously it's hydraulically supported. Very, very nice engine. It definitely gives more than enough power for this vehicle. And yeah, that's how it looks under there. So there's your powertrain information in case you were curious. More than enough power for what this vehicle, or you're probably going to use this vehicle for. And so there you have it. That's the 2024 Hyundai Palisade Calligraphy. This vehicle is an excellent mid-size crossover to consider. It has all the luxury amenities and the technology equipment you're looking for at a very, very reasonable price. So if you're looking for a great mid-size SUV to take all your kids around, for example, the Palisade Calligraphy is a wonderful choice.